Morning, folks. Day soap is this is a Crown King soap. I don't think it's in production any longer, at least this scent. And as you can tell, yeah, there it is, lavender cedar. Cedar is the first thing my nose picks up, as opposed to lather being the lavender first. And it's a beige color. I don't know if this light washes it out or not, but it's kind of a a beige, a little bit of a brown tint to it, almost sand color. Uh, I do pick up the lavender, but I pick up cedar first, at least per my nose. Not that I guess it really matters a whole lot which one you pick up first, because 2 cents easy for my nose to work out. And I've got the matching aftershave also. Um, I like scents like that. My nose can pick it up, figure it out. Sometimes, I just have to read the description because my nose can't pick out not 1 cent sometimes. I've got it whipped up here with a Crown King brush. This one here is, I think this might be one of the first ones uh, when Douglas started working on having shaving brushes. But got it whipped up here in this particular bowl. Yes, there it is. Cherry and walnut. That's what it looks like there on the inside. Yeah, you're not going to find these bowls anymore. Otherwise, I'd have a link down there for you, because these are pretty nice bowls. Pretty cool. This has got a spiral groove going down through the center. This is it's a wet lather that I've got whipped up. It's not drippy per se, but it is wet. Just like perfect for what I like for it to be. Can't remember if this is PAA wood, I think is what this is made out of, this brush handle. Can't remember for sure, but I think that's what it is. Like I say, it was a while back, and it's got one of those Dura knots in there. Matter of fact, I have a few of these that I've got set aside, the knots for brushes in the future when I decide to put some in there. I like the knot. I think it's a pretty nice knot. Blade of choice today. I mentioned it before, and here it is. Here's the Treet Falcon, and it comes double wrapped, and it is a carbon blade. There's not very many carbon blades out there. Most of them are stainless steel. But this one here, this is what the pack looks like. And it comes, there's 10 blades to a pack. This one here, in my opinion, works well for me. There's a number of carbon blades. Not that there's a whole bunch out there, but there's some out there that just doesn't work very well for me. I was really surprised to find that this one did. I have it in a 2-piece. This is a Mac Metalworks razor. There may have been 5 of these made. I can only recall seeing 2 or 3 actually listed. In other words, so there's not very many of these that are made. This is a solid. This is brass handle here. It's raw brass at that, and this is what the top cap looks like. But it is 2-piece design. It does have a little bit of the overhang there, and in my opinion, this particular razor shaves very close to Mercer's 37C, the German 37 from Razor Rock, very close to along those kind of shaves. It's, I say, there's not very many of them, so if you're interested in one that looks like this one here with more or less a raw brass handle like this, it's going to be a tough go trying to find one. Like I say, I don't think very many of them were made. A lot of Mac Metalworks razors were, some of them were genuinely one-offs, or there may be just a handful of them that was ever made. And I was lucky enough to pick this one here. I think this was either, can't remember if this was next to the last one that was listed or the last one that was listed. I got lucky and got that one there. I was, how do you say, unsure of, at that point in time, back when I got this, about slant razors, and was, how can you say, pleasantly surprised how well it shaved. Just, it's not overly aggressive by any means. It's a nice shaver. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements pre-shave soap, the cube. This is the Holliday, not the one that's currently out and available. I've got a link down below for this stuff. Most of what I'm using today is, how you say, out of production. Not going to find it anymore. But anyway, this is what I got left. Now it's in December, so I don't know. It might make it to Christmas. it's getting pretty small and hard to hang on to. So I think I'm going to use one hand to wet the face, because this way it'd be easier to hang on to the pre-shave. So, but anyway, yeah, this is another one of those shaves where if you're looking for some of this, you may have quite a hunt, treasure hunt, trying to find some of it. I was pretty lucky with Mac Metalworks being able to not only being able to purchase as much as I did of his gear before he took his business in a different direction, but like I say, a lot of his stuff is very, very much how you say, low in quantity, not quality, but quantity. Rod George is another one. I've mentioned him before. He's one that I know that has several different kinds of handles and razors out there that are, in other words, there's just not very many of them that he makes like that. So a lot of them, excuse me, his are one-offs. Be the only one that's available out there, and some of them they're just limited production. And it's pretty cool to get a razor like that. At the time, I didn't really, how you say, grasp it. You might say the importance of what was going on at the time. Realizing that as time goes on, that I'd have one of less than 5 razors that was made like this, and realizing that, you know, hey, I got quite a razor here, and didn't have to pay nowhere near the money that it might be going for today at the time. In other words, it hadn't really entered my mind that that's what I was getting into. I was just looking for a razor that was kind of unique. That's what I was looking for, and I found one. I've got a few that's got some larger handles, unique shaped handles, stuff like that. You know, it just got very lucky at the time. Like I said, I didn't even really realize what I was getting into at the time. I know that I'm not real good with seasonal scents, whether what's supposed to be in season, out of season. I'm assuming this is out of season. Typically, I have a tendency to want to use it when it's out of season, I guess. I don't know. It's just my moods when I see this, and oh, yeah, I want to use that today. And there's times that I'll use a soap and a aftershave that scent-wise are polar opposite of each other. Some days I'm like that. I like that soap and I want that aftershave. That's how I'm going today. You know, it's that kind of thing. This is going to be a great shave. It's been a moment since I used a Treet Falcon, and like I say, there are some razors that this blade works well in, and there's others not so much. But I have found that this one here works well in a number of shavers, more so than some of the. I've got some. I try not to mention too many of these blades that I've used off camera that didn't work so well, especially the carbon steel ones, because when I say they didn't work well, I didn't get through the first pass. Didn't work well at all. It's kind of one of those things that's, for me, it's like, oh, these things are terrible, but you know, they still sell them, people are still buying them, so it works for some folks, but man, definitely not for me. I think it just has a lot to do with your beard growth. In general, typically our beards grow a particular way, but a number of us also has some unique beard growth, and I think that has a lot to do with the thrill of the journey of wet shaving. Is when you do find that shaver, it's just, oh wow, you know, just awesome, and it seems like no matter what blade you put in it, just get great shaves, and then sometimes you get a razor that, man, it only works with these blades, and these blades don't work so well, and that journey. It's the reason why guys end up with 50 razors and over 1,000 different blades. You never know which, sometimes when they come out with a new blade, how it's going to work for you. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements has came out with a, what's it, Strangelet, I think is what it's called. I think they're only available in 100 packs for about, I think, neighborhood of $15, 14 something, something like that. I think they're supposed to be made out of Swedish steel. Another one to try in the future. The lavender and cedar seems to work well for me for my nose. I know for some folks it may not be such a nice scent for them because, you know, we are talking about a woody scent, and a lot of people may not like cedar. I like cedar. I think it's great. Matter of fact, years ago, I encountered my first fence. It was in a yard. It was a board fence made entirely of cedar, and man, did that yard smell good. It was a great smell. Now it's expensive, but it was a great smell. Having your yard fenced all the way around with cedar has got to be expensive. Man, it smells wonderful. I mean, I've had this for a few years, and scent is doing just fantastic. Now I can say, you can feel the blade cutting through the whiskers. Like I say, it's one of the few carbon steel blades that I find that actually works well for me. Like I said, most of them they're just not my kind of blade. This one here is working quite nice in this razor. Some of these comments I should mention. I know Chris has mentioned it before in one of his videos. Sometimes, you know, you get a comment, you go to respond to the comment, comment's not there. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days later they finally pop up. Sometimes it's 3 months later. I had some, what was it, last week, that were like 3 months old that finally popped through. I see the email, you try to respond to them, the comment's not there. To respond to it is really kind of strange how that works, but it's kind of almost like the last shave. You get most of the way through the shave and all of a sudden you get a weeper. He's like, where'd that come from? Yeah, I do find sometimes how things work on YouTube very unique, a lot like our shaves. Because I know, for instance, you know, I mention it from time to time. For some folks, against the grain pass may not be possible for you. It just may not be a good thing for you. And there's nothing wrong with not having a 3-pass shave, much less one that goes against the grain. I know there's a number of articles that's been written over time about don't do the against the grain pass. Well, I understand why, because for some people it's a bad thing for them because their face, you know, the way things are laid out, it just doesn't work well for them. I don't think there's a problem with not having a against the grain pass. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. And your against the grain pass may not be, in other words, from south to north. It may be a different direction. You just have to figure that out. 2-pass shave. I can do a 2-pass shave anymore with a number of my razors. And whether a slant razor works better for you, yeah, you'll just have to figure that out for yourself. Whether it gives you a better shave than a just standard razor. Shadow had brought that point out, and it is one of those things you have to consider. I think some of the slants do a more efficient job if you get the right one that works best for you. It is a journey. Most of these slants do shave a particular way. Not all of them are the same. You just have to figure out which one's best for you. Parker semi-slant is a kind of that sweet spot, if you will, price-wise as well as design and whatnot. I do enjoy shaving with some of these slants because they do command your attention. They're very unique. Made it today. It looks like no weepers today. Yeah, that was a surprise in the last video. It's like, wow, where'd that come from? Next shave, another slant razor. I've got 2 more shaves with slant razors. The next one is a Focus slant razor, and it's an R53 slant tri-talk. There we go, that's the name. That one there, I saved it for next to the last for a reason, and the last one is the ox blood one. Of course, you know why I saved it for last, because it's the most aggressive one I got. The Focus Tri-Talk Slant, boy howdy, that one's a challenge. Trying to find it. The bevel is set, the angle's already set for you, but I still struggle, it seems like, to get a shave that feels right to me. It just feels odd. It's just, I don't know, it's something about that particular razor that just, for me, it seems like it's just quite a challenge to wrap my mind around. And next shave, you'll see what I'm talking about. It is a very unique razor. Just a little bit of stinging today, not a whole lot. Kind of expected, especially with this particular blade. Like I say, it is very unique for me to find a carbon steel blade that does work for me. So go ahead and take this apart here. You can kind of tell it is definitely it's a fun 2-piece. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see what the blade looks like there. Treet Falcon. Now I have to say that this particular design, the way this one here is spec'd out, it's a very snug fit. That blade is not coming out real easy, never has. It takes a little bit of work to get that one out. If you just kind of wonder what it looks like there on the inside, it's a very tight tolerance. All right, witch hazel this morning. It is unscented, but it definitely has a scent. My nose picks it up. I find it funny because my wife, boy, she really does not like this one. She likes Humphreys witch hazel, but she does not like the unscented one because it has a smell to it that offends her nose greatly. This is such good stuff, in my opinion. They've got a lot of wonderful scents. And so there's a number of them that it just hits my nose just perfect. It's what the restrictor looks like. Now, he's got new bottles out now, but you still might be able to find a few of these available for a buy-sell trade type thing. I would have to say probably the scent, and I could be wrong, probably the most controversial scent where people, the love-hate type thing that Douglas has, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, would be Dorm. It was supposed to be, I think it's made from the, what is it, the flower marijuana, something like that. Anyway, the scent on that one there, some folks just really liked it, and some just the other direction just did not. I don't think Douglas has very many scents that are quite like that, but this one here, I do like it. Man, it just works great for my nose. Fantastic shave today. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is Thursday, and yeah, December the 2nd, we are definitely on the downhill slide, getting closer to Christmas, so I hope you're getting your shopping done. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.